Hello friends and welcome back. Now we have our web page ready for large screens. Let's create it for a small screen too. To make the nature of our web page responsive, first of all we need to remove all the hard-coded width that we have given in pixels. Instead, we need to give the width in percentages. So first changing the width of header from 1280 pixels to 90%. Then give the logo image a max width of 100% so that it must not exceed the boundary of its parent container. Next, give a width of 90% to the UL inside nav tag. For main tag also, give it a width of 90%. Then for section, change the width to 72% and margin right to 3%. Next, for aside, give it a width of 25%. Lastly, change the width of the footer to 90%. Now if we refresh our web page, then we can see that it is now adapting the browser width, but for a small screen content gets too close and become thin. To get it right, we will be using our magical media queries. To create any web application responsive in nature, we have got media queries introduced in CSS3. Media queries detect information about the device, such as its type, size, and orientation. And according to these conditions, it applies specific CSS styles for different devices. We will see how media queries will make our web page responsive. Before writing media queries, we need to tell our viewport or viewing window to be of the size of the device. For this, we need to add a meta tag in our HTML file with a name of viewport and having content width equal to device width and initial scale to 1. There are other properties also that we can add to viewport meta tag, but for now we will limit ourselves to these two. Now we will write media queries in our CSS file. Media queries starts with a @ symbol. After that we write media keyword. Then comes the screen type. It can be screen, TV, projector, print, and many more. Since our web page will be seen on any screen only, we will use screen as our media type. Then we use separate each keyword with an AND. Now we have many options to differentiate the devices, but for now we will use the width property to categorize our device. For this, we will use max width category and give it a value of 800 pixel because our page looks fine over 800 pixel. So any device which have a width of 800 pixel or less will apply these below CSS styles. Now, if we see our web page, then we will notice that if we fix a few items, then all of the page will look great on small screens too. So first item to fix is the header. We will make our logo in the center of the screen for small devices. Next comes the article and sidebar of the main section. For them, we will change a few CSS property, like we don't want them to float. Give them a width of 100% and margin right of 0 pixel. Similarly, we will set the property display block and text align center to the li of navbar. This will make the navigation links appear vertically. Now, if we refresh our web page, then we can see that our web page has become responsive in nature. Now it will change the layout according to any device size. So, hope you have learned how to create any web page responsive. Now you continue with your web page and I will meet you in the wrap-up session.